Welcome students. So let's start a new topic, that is derivative. So as usual, start with the previous concept. So here is the previous concept, that is function. What is function? You all know what is function, how to define a function, or how to draw the curve of a function, and how to find the nature of the function. And after that, you have the concept of limit, that is the left hand limit, the right hand limit, and the limiting value at that point. That is limit x tends to a, f of x is equal to L, where L is a finite value. Now when we are studying this limiting value and the functional value, that time we have this concept of continuity. That is when the limiting value and the functional value, these two values are equal, that time we can say the function is continuous at x equals to a. Now we have a function y is equal to fx, definitely real valued function, is continuous on a closed interval. So take any closed interval. Here you can take, this is the closed interval a comma b. Now we want to discuss the rate of change of y as per the rate of change of x. That means if there is a small change in x, then what should be the change in y? Here I am taking a small change in x, that is delta x. So delta x is very small quantity. Maybe it's positive, maybe negative, but definitely non-zero quantity. Then we need to study this changes in y. So let's take the point P on the curve Q and R, where ABC is 3 points on this x-axis, where the distance from B to C is delta x, and A to B also delta x. Now let's check the coordinate for P, that is x comma f of x, coordinate of Q, x plus delta x comma f of x plus delta x, and coordinate of R is x minus delta x and f of x minus delta x. Now let's check the increment in y for the increment in x, a small increment, that is delta x. Now here you can check, this is f of x plus delta x, that is for the x value, that is the input value is x plus delta x, that is for small increment, the functional value is f of x plus delta x, and for x the functional value is f of x. So what is the increment? This portion is the increment in y. So if we represent this by delta y, so what is delta y? F of x plus delta x minus fx. Now check the ratio of increment in y and increment in x, that is delta y upon delta x. This is given by f of x plus delta x minus fx, that is increment in x by increment in x. Now we are taking this point C very close to B, that is this distance delta x, a very small quantity, or we can say the delta x tends to 0. Then we need to check this limiting value for this ratio. So if delta x tends to 0, that is this point C tends to B, that time the change in the ratio is given by a finite limiting value. And if there is any finite limiting value, that time we'll call this is a derivative of the function y with respect to x, that is the independent variable at the point x. At any certain point x, the derivative of y with respect to the independent variable x, and this derivative or the limiting value is given by this form. So here you can check this limit delta x tends to 0, delta x we are taking very small from here, this ratio delta y upon del x, that is put the value of delta y and delta x, and this derivative represented by dy dx or f dash x. These both notations are same, that is the notation of derivative. Now dy by, that is divided by dx. This dy dx means that, no, this is a wrong concept. Dy dx is, d dx is the operator and it is operating on the function y. That is dy dx, or derivative of y with respect to x at point x. Now if we want to find the derivative of the function at a certain point x equals to a, so just put the value of x is equal to a in this limiting value, and here I am taking this delta x is equal to h. Now let's check what you mean by derivative geometrically. Now I have the definition of derivative at a point x equals to a. Here it is, the limiting value, limit h tends to 0, f of a plus h minus fa by h, where this p and q are the point on the curve and distance between this 2 point is h. Okay, so let's join this p and q by a straight line, and then we are tending to that h tends to 0. That is this distance, if distance is very small but non-zero, but very small distance, if h is very small distance or it is tending to 0, then what are the changes in this line PQ? Let's check the changes in the line PQ. If it is moving towards this point, then the changes are like that. Ultimately, it will form a tangent at the point P. Here it is. Now, let's check this triangle PSQ or PQS, whatever you want to say. It is a right angle triangle. Now, what is QS? Is the height, and this PS is the base. That is height upon base is what? 10. That is, if this angle is phi, then we can say this QS upon PS given by tan phi. Now check this limiting value, that is the derivative of y with respect to x at a point x equals to a. Now this distance QS, what is QS? This small increment in y, that is this, and PS is small increment in x, that is given by h. Now we can substitute this value QS upon PS here in this limiting value. And what is QS upon PS? Is again tan phi. Now what is the geometrical meaning of derivative? It's nothing but a slope of tangent at a point x comma y. For a function y is equal to fx, the derivative of the function is represented by the tangent at the point, slope of this tangent at the point x comma y. Now we have that limiting concept. If this limit exists, then this right hand limit and the left hand limit should exist and they have to be equal. Then we can say this limit h tends to 0, f of a plus h minus fa by h exists. So here I am taking same thing, x equal to a point and x equals to a plus h. That means this distance is h and this distance is also h. Now again we are moving towards this point, that is I am taking from the right h tends to 0, that is h tends to 0 positive. Then what happened? This line PQ ultimately transform into the tangent at P, as we know. And let's check the left hand limit. That is, if we join PR then and take this point towards this, that is h tends to 0 minus, from the left hand side of x equals to a. Then again this line RP will changing to this tangent at a point P. Now, if with the help of this limiting definition, if we try to find the derivative of the function, that process is we call that first principle of derivative. So we will discuss this first principle of derivative later, but at first clear the concept of differentiation or derivative and the geometrical meaning of derivative. If any problem or any queries are there, you are free to ask. Thank you.